Test, test, test. How we sounded? How we sounded? All right, cool. Let me see the link out. Let me go ahead and get started. What's going on, new? I see you up there. So we're gonna look for US30 buy right here. Wait for this council to close. We got a couple setups we're looking at. We got possible gold buys, we got possible 30 buys, and also possible future buys. So, most getting a little funky. So we're gonna look at US30, right? Look at possible. Can you hear me? Well, I was muted, so let me see if y'all can hear me now. Yeah, I was muted. But yeah, we're looking at possible buys. We're waiting for this close. Better see if we can hold this level of support right here. If we can maintain 49.550 support, we can look for buys right here. What's going on, Yusuf? I see you from here. See how this council closes right here, y'all. Here, I need questions, drop in the chat. We need to look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Got some new videos lined up for y'all today, y'all, on both the crypto and the stock channel as well as this channel. Make sure you're gonna look out for that. We're going to see what this next 15 looks like right here. All right, before too long, you can see we're holding right here. I might take a setup. If not, the price will stay. Let's see what the hold right here. Live from Playmaker University, that's what's up. That's what's up. And for those that join, make sure to read the pinned messages, whether that's the Advanced Base Senior and Playmaker University. Always explore the Telegram channel and click the pinned messages. That's what that's about. All right, we're looking to see if we can maintain low support right here. So we can look for buys. Gold's pushing up as well. We're going to look for buys on gold. Also, I did do a retracement last night. So we're either looking for price to be CR 47.90 support, we look for buys on 148.20, or if we can retest 47.60 support, we can look for buys there. GJ, we're going to look for buys also. We're going to look for price to retest 214.70, or if we can BCR maintain 214.95 support, we could look for buys going. I'm not going to look at GU today. We'll see what happens in the session. As of now, I'm not say that. I'm liking this. You might take this setup. I like this. I do not take this setup in a second. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. We'll to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Got a new 5 minute about to pop up in a minute. Make sure you hit that free in the description or free for Telegram. As far as how yesterday was, I forgot to do this. I've been busy out there, but we hit TV1 on GJ. Then got whipped out, played out in the group session. If I watched, so I tried now. This all the charts as well. US30 line yesterday. I was going to directly yesterday. So let's see what today's going to store for us. Now, we had GPUs pop out. We do have 813 USDs. I feel like I don't want to talk about this, but we have 813 news. So we got that news. So we either trade before news or trade after news. 5 minutes about to talk about this too. If you're going to hop on this right. In the past couple of weeks, we're doing just like big ass pushes. So it's been a little interesting. I sound muffled. Let me fix the mic. Let me fix it. All right, let's see if we sound a little bit better. All right, if I do sound messed up again, let me know, y'all. Because obviously I want y'all to hear me. So if I do sound fucked up, let me know immediately. So we're gonna get set up right here. We're gonna let this play out, see what it does. Gold is kind of swing right here. TJ started to push. Again, we have 8:30 and 10 o'clock US news today, so make sure you keep that in mind. Let's see if this can hold. We have nice test runs and support. Let's see. Like always, you got any questions, drop in the chat, and I got y'all. Let's see what this next 5 minutes looks like. What's going on? You said I'm here to learn more about trading. Which one are you locked in on? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about like what chart am I looking at right now? What do you mean by that? Because I mainly trade forex indices and futures. I call forex and future setups, but this works on everything: stocks, forex, options, futures, and crypto. So make sure to explore the playlist. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join our official Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. And also make sure to explore the playlist. There's videos all over the place. So we're done. So I took that live yesterday. Instantly followed you on YouTube. Make sure you're here. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I know what you're talking about. So we're looking at US30 right now. So let me just set it up right now. Barely missed TP1. Let's see if TP1 right now. Still muffled. Let me fix the mic, y'all. Alright, y'all made me go on my little podcast mode. I got my AirPod in because the shit was just working, and as soon as I stopped listening, it's getting fucked up again. So let me see what we got going on here. Alright, but we're pushing right now, y'all. We just hit TP1. Alright, this should be better because it sounds good. So unless I do something when I'm not, okay, that's getting fucked up. I don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. But you know, this is what be happening when we're live, y'all. It is what it is. We're gonna get it fixed though. We're gonna get it fixed. Alright, we should be good. So we just hit TP1 on this. We're about to see if we can keep on pushing for us. We're about to see what this next 15 looks like. We do need to maintain this level of support if we're even going to take these highs out. And then GJ's still pushing. So again, we're either looking for a price to retest 214.70 or BCR 214.95. Let me turn this volume down, man. Maybe it's the music's too loud too. Alright, cool. Should be a lot better. I'll talk a little bit louder too. Y'all know I got a low voice, but I'll talk louder too to make sure y'all can hear me better. All right, cool. And yeah, if the mic does get messed up, let me know because I want y'all to be able to hear me. So I don't really mind trying to fix it. I got no issue with that. But yeah, right now we're in US30 right now. So we're in this setup right now with the members. And I think it's pushing nicely so far. About to see if we can hit TP2 right here. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit. All right, it's better. Cool. Yeah, so tune in, ask questions. You said really appreciate you and your channel. Appreciate you. Got into trading, locking in, learning more. Yeah, so I would recommend not looking at a bunch of shit, right? Do not look at my shit and look at other people's shit because I trade completely different from other people. So that's going to actually confuse you more, right? A lot of people will come into trading thinking the more information the better, but no, you're going to get confused. So if you're going to be over here, I highly recommend just checking out my shit. And don't confuse yourself with other shit because it's going to be conflicting information, right? But yeah, so make sure to check out the trade breakdown playlist for trade breakdowns, the day trading tips playlist for market structure, trade psychology, day trading tips, funded accounts, all that good stuff. But also make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. And then when you click the beacons link, make sure to join the free trading crash course. So if you're brand new to trading, everybody should be in the free trading crash course, first link in the description. All right, so GJ's pushing. We're about to see if GJ is going to either retest or BCR right here. And we're back at TP1. We're about to see if we can hit TP2 on US30. US30, so are you trading Forex? Are you brand new to trading, or are you looking at Forex or futures? What are you looking at? Because US30 is the Forex indice, YM is the futures version of it. So if you're trading futures, US30 is YM. Seeing this like this help me understand a bit better. Yep, this is why I do the live stream so you can see the realistic side of trading, because it's a lot different from my trade breakdowns or these 1 minute videos, these 30-second videos you see online. You're not really getting to see what it's like before you take a setup, right? You're not going to take a setup the same time every single day. Not every trade is going to play out the same time every single day. It's not going to take the same amount every single day per trade. Every day is slightly different. You do the same shit every day, but every day is slightly different. quick update on the charts. So we're still chilling at TB1 on US30. GJ's still chilling right here, as well as gold. You said you were looking at Forex, also into futures. If you want to swing trade, you can. You don't really have to swing trade though. Now, I started off swing trading back in the day. That's because I didn't have a lot of fucking money to start with, so I had to swing trade to make some money. But you don't have to swing trade unless you want to. Like, why you want to swing trade? Is it because you work? Like, why you want to swing trade necessarily? Not that I got anything against swing trading, but again, with swing trading, you gotta hold for a lot longer, and there's not a lot of volume or clean market structure. You could be missing out on money just because you're going for a big ass move. GJ's pushing. Let's see if it comes to this level right here. But I say pick one first. Either pick Forex or futures first, because again, the charts and the way you trade is the same, but the platforms, the points versus pips, lot size versus contracts. So I say pick one first, and then once you get one down, then venture to another thing. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with doing a bunch of shit at the same time. And then plus you trade Forex and futures, especially your beginning, you're gonna have to split your capital into two different brokers, instead of just having all that capital in one broker or funded account. Let's see what this next 5 and 15 looks like, y'all. Again, we got news later on today, so like I always say, you don't take any steps between now and 6 a.m. Just wait for, in this case, 9:30, 10 o'clock, because we do have 10 o'clock news. So we have 8:30 and 10 o'clock news today. Let me see, did I put the right date on the live stream? Where's the right date? Yeah, it is cool. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, y'all. We just hit 5,200 subscribers. Let's get to 5,300. Let's get to 5,300. Got some new videos lined up for y'all today. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way. TikTok, _Playmakerway_. It looks like we're retesting this level right here. Yeah, we're retesting. Let's see how this next 15 looks. Yeah, just days of work. I work 3 12-hour shifts in a row. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, there's no like I said, like you have to understand what you're going to get yourself into, especially with the market conditions we got right now. Like for swings, you effectively swing trade, right? You're trying to hold a position for a day or two, 3 days, right? You're going to need price to push your direction for that long. You see what I'm saying? And if there's low volume or choppy conditions, you're going to be missing out on setups versus just, day trade. You can catch clean setups on a daily basis, you know what I mean? And still make a decent amount of bread. And you work 3 12s, you got the whole rest of the week. What days you work? What days you working those 12 shifts? Are you doing at the beginning of the week, on the weekend? What are those days you're doing those 12-hour shifts? Right, because that's the beautiful thing about trading. The markets are open 23 hours out the day, 5 days out the week. US30 flipped back up on us. Let's see if we can hit TP2. Because like I said, I used to swing trade, so that's why I stopped swing trading, because of that reason. And also because I started getting my bread up, so I didn't have to catch big ass moves anymore like I used to. Market's waking up slowly. Let's See how gold reacts right here. Yeah, just on days I work. Oh, I already read that. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. Might have to work a fourth day, but that will be 14 hours. Yeah, so like I said, definitely go on a demo first, right? Never just put money into a broker, especially when you're brand new. I tell people all the time, when you're brand new to anything, you're going to make mistakes. There's no difference in trading except those mistakes will cost you. That's why some people crash out or give up early, because they're putting all their capital in brokers and funded accounts as they're trying to learn and figure things out. Right? So definitely stick on the demo until you get the shit down. Let's see how gold reacts right here. If we can BCR maintain 47.92 as support, we can look for buys. You're just still chilling. Well, US30 woke the fuck up finally. Shout out to those that's in this with us. Of course, you want to know the entry SLTPs. Y'all know what to do. Click that link in the description, join Advanced Play Signal Room. But let me let the folks know we're pushing now. We are pushing now. Looks like gold's waking up too. By the way, y'all, if y'all don't know, I got a stock and crypto channel. Got a new video dropping today, but the videos I posted this month so far. Everything is going as projected. So make sure to subscribe and catch up to the videos on there. Like I said, I got more videos dropping this week. Let me go ahead and drop that in the chat. And notice how price reacted to this level here. Again, this is why we enter and exit off these levels. This is why we enter and exit off these levels. So US30 did a big spike. We hit TP3. What the fuck's that? If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, yo. Gotta see what this next 15 an hour looks like. Nobody should close this trade red. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't got the signals, nobody should close this trade red. You're on NT5 using a demo account. So that's another thing too. Are you in America? Are you overseas? That's question number one. Definitely thought I was getting an understanding for it, but not as much as I thought. You just gotta take it day by day. You just gotta take it day by day. Learning I can trade after the church because the market opens on Sunday at 5 p.m. was clutch. Yeah, you can trade. I've traded literally every single hour before. And I just trade certain hours now, but yeah, so you can literally trade. That's like I said, that's what I was saying before. Like the markets open 23 hours at the day, 5 days out the week, right? So, you know, I didn't work no doubles, but I worked 2 jobs a day, so I get it. You know what I mean? I get being busy as hell, not having time to do shit, but that's how I found out about Tokyo London session, right? Because if I was working during the day, in the morning time, I couldn't really be on the charts and trades, so I had to trade the other sessions, right? But even like going back to the swing trading shit, like even if you're working these long shifts, you would still at some point have to jump into a trader position, right? So when you jump into those trader positions, it doesn't necessarily have to be a swing trade. You can still just day trade and just put your S or TP. That's another misconception. Like, you don't have to be on the computer all day. I'm not on the computer all day at all. Only reason why I do these live streams is so people can see that I'm actually, you know, the realistic side of trading, but also I don't be making shit up. But that's why the live streams are not that long, right? Everybody else to be live for like 10 plus hours. You know, get your bag, I get it. But I don't do that shit. Like, I am literally, that's the whole point of trading. I do whatever the fuck I want. So after this live's over, I might hop back in my comfy ass bed. I might go make me some tea. I might go work out, right? A lot of the times throughout the day, like with signals, updates, I'm not at the desk. You know what I mean? I got trading view on my phone. I get a text on my phone when my alerts get hit. I can manage my trade through the apps on my phone. Or if I have to bring my laptop, I can bring my laptop, but I'm not at my desk on my monitor setup at least. GJ ended up rejecting. Let's see what GJ does. Let's see what GJ makes his mind up here. Yeah, this next hour is going to be interesting. Let me put the next TP so y'all can see what we're looking at. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Got a new hour about to pop up in a second. This is also why I don't breakout trade, because we would have fun with a buy or put a buy limit, whatever the case may be. We've been unnecessary drawdown and about to have our stop loss hit for no reason. This is why I always say I wait for the BCR. Always, always, always. You're in America. Okay, so the thing about MT5 brokers, with MT5, like if you use like Trade Locker, right? That's just you still need a broker. You know what I'm saying? Like MT5, you still need a broker that uses MT5, or if you're in America, just use an American broker, and they got their own apps, right? So the demo account MT5, I don't even know what you're looking at. Is it in actual numbers? Is it in Bitcoin? Because that's another thing too. You want to make sure you actually, but you want to trade on a demo. Obviously, you're just trying to practice and stuff like that. But the first thing is, if you're brand new to trading, you need to focus on is not taking setups, right? You take setups based on something, right? So what are you taking setups based on, right? If you're brand new, what are you on a demo account doing? You see what I'm saying? You need to understand how the markets work first. Once you understand how the markets work, that is then when you learn to come up with the trading strategy based on how the markets work. That's why all these people online that know all these candlestick names and patterns, they're still confused as hell because they don't understand the very first thing, which is how the charts work. You see what I mean? That's a nasty rejection. Again, nobody should close this trade red. Nobody should close this trade red. That's a nasty rejection right there. The GJ still chilling here. We have 10 a.m. and 8:30 news today. Make sure to keep that in mind. Let's see what else we got. What are the signals for us beginners who are watching? So the London session lives. So you pay attention, I'm telling y'all the price I'm looking for entries at, right? So unless you just hopped in, you might have to wait for me to say the prices again, but I say them like a few times throughout the live stream. So I'm showing y'all literally, this is the markets in real time, right? So these are my trade ideas right here. So what we're doing is I'm showing y'all why I say don't break out trade. I'm showing y'all all these fake outs and liquidity sweeps that people talk about online, what they actually are. I'm also giving y'all my analysis for the day, right? So that's the thing with trade. That's why I do these live streams. You're not going to just open up your computer and jump into a trade. So pay attention to the prices I'm talking about, right? So for example, we're not looking at GU today with GJ. I said we're either looking for a price to retest 214.70 or BCR 214.95, and we can look for buys, right? So that is what you want to look for. You want to pay attention to those prices to see if price can hold those levels of support. And if you understand what I'm talking about, you like what you see, you know, you can take the setup. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what you see, you don't understand, don't take the setup. Just like with this US30 setup. When we went live, I broke down the US30 setup. So if you rewind the beginning of the live, it might be a little bit muffled because the audio was getting fucked up a little bit. But during the live, the beginning, that was what was happening with this US30 setup. I said, okay, we're going to look for the retest here. If we can hold this low as support, we're going to look for buys. And then that's what we did. So you just got to pay attention to what we're talking about and what we're looking at. But it's not just simply open up a chart and just start taking trades. And it's the same thing with the London session lives. You're not going to immediately join the live and we're just taking setups because we're in real market conditions. That's not how the markets work. You do the same thing every day. You show up at the same time every day, but the markets do slightly different things. And just because we can see a setup take place doesn't mean it's going to take place at this very moment. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so just pay attention to the prices. If you want me to look at any charts, you can drop them in the chat. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. But yeah, that's how the London session lives go. And then the New York lives on TikTok is like a recap of what took place for the day, as well as like what it went down this month, last month. And then we go over, market structure. So we do like 5 things at once, but they all correlate together. GJ and GU are gonna be interesting today. Looks like they're trying to flip the switch. Appreciate y'all liking the live. Appreciate y'all subscribing, y'all. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, the real TikTok. All right, y'all see you scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. I'm gonna start using TradingView more. I definitely did learn how to mark up the charts on there. That's another thing too. You don't need to mark up shit first. You gotta look at price action. Before I put all these levels, I'm looking at a naked chart. Like if you watch any of my trade breakdowns, that's literally, I'm showing y'all literally step by step in my trade breakdowns how I do this shit. You see what I'm saying? You have to look at a naked chart first. You don't want to just mark shit up. You got to understand price action first. All right. Speaking of price action, let's see if Telegram's going to troll your boy. We're about to see if Telegram's going to troll us. We're about to find out Telegram's about to troll your boy. I was supposed to have it out already, but I don't. So it is what it is. Make sure to get y'all's copy of the playbook. Shout out to those that got y'all's copy. Again, y'all have to rip the Band-Aid off sooner or later and understand market structure. Everybody on the internet talks like you can't do it, but I debunk that every single day. Right? Again, watch first link in the description, the free signal, free Telegram. What we talked about in the free signal, free Telegram. Everything went as projected. Right? Going into New York session with the members and students. April 20th. Doubling down on what I talked about in the Sunday chart analysis. I said we could look for buys on everything. Everything hit a zone. Yeah, it's not working. I can't pull it up. But, you know, y'all can see this is a US30 screenshot. There's 4 screenshots. And if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, I talked about 4 charts, right? US30 YM, gold, GJ, GU, right? I'm going to talk about that in the New York price watch list as well. So I'm telling y'all, once you because you have to understand, right? You have to fuck what people talk about on the internet. Let's use our brains, right? You cannot possibly think that all these candlesticks is just random, useless information. That all these candlesticks is just what they like to call buyers and sellers duking it out. Like we got to really sit here. Because these are real currencies, these are real values, these are real assets. Are we really going to sit here and think this is all just random and chance and luck? No, there's price is literally showing you what is happening at all times. You just have to understand what you're looking at. Right? It's literally giving you hints and clues on what's taking place and what's going to happen next. You see what I'm saying? I don't watch any news events, I don't use any trend lines or indicators. And we see how prices reacting to these levels and all that good stuff. Hold on 1 second. Alright, cool. Yeah, so US30. So if you didn't get wicked out, like I said, hope the SRTP gets hit. But I told y'all don't let that shit flip on you. But it's still valid unless it breaks past this level here. But like I said, nobody shouldn't have closed this trade right, especially if you don't know what you're looking for. Because this was at a nice window one. So I did get wicked out of this. So I'm going to look for a possible re-entry on here. I did get wicked out of this. I'm going to look for a possible re-entry. Let's see what this next 5 looks like. GJ still chilling right here. So again, it's very simple. We know what the game plan is. We know what we're looking for. So we're just waiting for our confirmations. If it does not meet our confirmations, we don't take a setup. Very simple. Like gold, didn't hold the level of support, didn't take the setup, would have took a loss for no reason. Same thing right here. If you would have tried to breakout trade or put a buy limit, you would have took a loss for no reason. So we got a decent move on this. We're going to see what happens pre-New York though. We're going to see what happens pre-New York. Tap. Again, this is why we mark off these levels. Look how price reacted when it hit this level right here. let's see what this next 15 looks like. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. As far as how we did last week, I didn't post how we did yesterday. I'm busy as hell, but we won 1-1 yesterday. Well, not even 1-1 because it hit TP1, so we had to re-enter GJ though. But everything else went as projected. Last week we went 6-2, giving us a 75% win rate. The week before that we went 4-1, giving us an 80% win rate. And then as far as how we wrapped up quarter one, 58 wins, 9 losses. January went 20-3, February 19-3, March 19-3, giving us an 87% win rate. Just picking up where we left off last year, y'all. Again, we've been doing this since 2022, averaging a high 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. Yeah, this stuff's going timber. This is also why I'm not looking at GU, because shit's acting nasty. This is what I was talking to y'all about last week, right? So if y'all was in the live streams last week, remember I was telling y'all, like, we got to retrace. Like, we was pushing for 2.5, 3 weeks straight. So now we're kind of dealing with the repercussions of having big-ass moves happen consecutively. We got market structure slowing down. And we got like big dumps like we see right now taking place. But we're still going to let price do its thing. Look how price is still reacting to this level here. Let's go look at US30 though. So US30 is back to this level. So we're going to see how this next 5 minute looks like. I might re-enter this if I like what I see. Still hasn't hit our stop loss. So again, if you didn't get wicked out in profit, the best thing to do is hold the SLRTP gets hit. But to avoid the whole emotional roller coasters people talk about online, that's why I always say don't let winners turn to losers. Especially if you don't know what's going on in the trades you're taking. But let me cut you to the chat. Let's see what y'all talking about. Alright, cool. So you said you're gonna start with TradingView more? Yeah, so use TradingView. That's what I was talking about. Use TradingView. I use TradingView, right? To do your analysis, understand market structure, right? So I do my analysis on TradingView. You know, I post my trade ideas right here on TradingView. But I'm taking trades either on my phone or on my broker that's on my other screen, right? So you can combine your broker onto TradingView, but I personally don't like to do that. One, because I have multiple accounts, so I don't even know how that would work with multiple accounts. But two, I'm live streaming, so I don't want to put my information on the live stream. But three, it helps me separate the money aspect and focus simply on the market structure, which is what's important, right? Because I tell the members, students all the time, there's only 3 things we control when it comes to the markets. We control when we enter a trade, when we exit a trade, and how much we risk per trade, right? And another thing I say all the time is we make money based off the charts, we lose money based on the charts. All the confusion is based on the charts, right? So that's why I wanted to have all my focus on the charts, because I already have a trading strategy. I have my trading plan, right? I know how much I'm risking per trade. I know how much I'm going to be making potentially per trade, especially when, you know, it shows the RR. So since I already have all that stuff down, all I need to focus on is what the markets are showing me and whether my confirmation is being met or not. You see what I mean? Yeah, our goal is going timber as well. So we're going to see how price reacts to this over here. Again, we do got 2 news events today, so we could see price retrace up until that point, or we could see some volume kick in and help us continue the trends we're in. If you don't understand news, the best and the easiest thing to do is either trade before news or trade after news, right? You don't got to avoid the entire day like you're seeing on the internet. All you got to do is simply either trade before news or trade after news. So this is what US30 is looking like right here. GJ retest this level, is pushing up. So again, look how price reacting to this level. Look how price is pushing up right here. All right, so look at that right there. So again, that's what I was telling y'all. Either wait for price to BCR here or retest right here. And now price is pushing. I'm not in this though. Shout out to anyone that took that setup. I'm not in it though. I'm kind of just chilling. Right now. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Let me look at any charts, drop them in the chat, and I got y'all. Let's see what holds this level though. That's another thing too. Let me pull this up really quick. Yeah, so NAS hit all-time highs last week. So did S&P 500. So I'm looking to see if US30 is going to do the same, but we're at this level of traffic right here. So again, we're going to need some volume to break through this level of traffic. So that's what we're going to be looking for with the news today. And do we got any other news this week? Yeah, as of now, it's the only USD news event today. So that's what we're looking for today. We're going to be looking to see if we get some volume to break through this level of traffic to the left. Because as you can see, we did this big ass push on Friday, yesterday. We stuck here. Today we haven't moved yet, so still have a whole daily candlestick to catch. So it's gonna be definitely interesting. US30 pushing back up. So round 2 on this. And look at GJ, y'all. GJ went absolutely crazy. Again, I didn't take this setup. If we would have took this setup, we'd be at a 1 to 2 right now, which is not bad at all. So this goes back to what I was telling you, see, right? Right, so you'll understand, right? This is just day 1 of the week, so you know when you come back tomorrow, you'll kind of understand how this goes down. So like in the beginning of the live, I'm like, this is what the game plan is, and then we just watch, wait for our confirmations, right? So you would have been like, okay, you said 214.70, we're gonna hold that support, we can go for buys. Once price hit 214.70 on the 415 candlestick, hit it here, 405, 410, new 15 popped up, could win for a buy setup here, right? This US30 is pushing nice. So we're gonna wait for this candle to close. Gold is still chilling right here as well. Looks like it's about to go for another attempt here also. Yeah, GG went stupid. That would have been a nice clean setup. I missed it though. How often do you think you miss a good setup? That's an amazing question. Let me ask you this. How often do you eat? How often do you sleep? How often are you not on the charts? That's how often you're missing setups. You're missing setups all the time. That's why I don't care, because I face reality. In the beginning, I used to care, but again, I've been doing this for a while, so I just face reality now. When I'm in a trade, I'm missing a setup. When I'm done for the day, I'm missing setups. When I'm asleep, I'm missing setups. You're missing setups all the time. So you just need to focus on the setups you can catch. You know what I mean? But you're missing setups all the time. So I don't even think about missing setups no more, because that's just a part of the game. So we got this pushing back up right here. The GJ's chilling right here. And then gold looks like it's about to try to do something also. But yeah, you're gonna miss setups. That's why I tell you not to FOMO. Just either wait for the retest or just wait for your confirmations. Like, that's just a part of the game. Because again, price is gonna do what it's gonna do whether you're in the trade or not. Right? Price is not gonna be like, oh, hold on. Wade's trying to call a signal. Wade's trying to take a setup. Let's pull our chairs out and wait for him to hit that buy button. You know, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. And tell you the sooner, that's why a lot of people online struggle, because they complain about shit they can't control, right? Oh, this happened, or you know, we're in this trend, I'm gonna do this, or you know, fake out this, or blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, let's focus on what we can control, and the shit we can't control, let's acknowledge that and work around it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we're back in profit on US30. GJ went stupid. Shout out to those that took the GJ setup. So again, as far as we're looking for with GJ, we're looking for price to retest 214.70, or if we can BCR and maintain 214.95 as support, we can look for continued buys going to 215.20. We do have 8:30 and 10 o'clock news today, so make sure to keep that in mind. Gold, we're going to be looking for potential buys also, so we're either going to look for price to retest 47.60, or if we can BCR maintain 47.90 as support, we can look for buys going to 48.20. Not gonna look at US30. I'm not looking at GBPUSD today. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Like always, you want to learn how to identify these levels, Zoom room, mentorship programs, all that good stuff. Hit those links in the description. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You got any questions, you can hit me up on there or Telegram. I respond to all messages. I'm gonna respond to some of y'all's messages in a couple hours. I gotta take care of a few things. But yeah, we should be live on TikTok later on today also. Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday. But yeah, we're gonna let these things play out. See how GJ reacts to this level here. See how Gold reacts to this level here. And again, we have news at 8:30, 10 o'clock. So if you don't take a setup by 6 a.m., I highly recommend waiting for 9:30, 10 o'clock to take a setup. All right, peace, we out.